I spoke about this a week or two ago, but I did erupt Twitter the other day. I did erupt Twitter. Because I said what my belief is about corn. I'm going to use corn for the purpose of this debate. I don't really like the word debate, but I would say conversation. I erupted it because I said that corn has saved more marriages than it's destroyed. Now, the reason that I think this is because a lot of women are just terrible wives in America. They're fat, they're obese. That's the biggest thing. They're overweight. They don't sleep with their husbands. They don't really try to look good, be hot. And this has caused men to be in a lot of a predicament. You know, this has made a lot of men, the biggest group of incels is married men. There's a lot of men that are really lonely in their marriages. And these guys are kind of stuck in a corner. They don't know what to do. Their wife isn't sleeping with them. She's ugly anyway, half the time. I mean, you've seen America. The average woman's 170 pounds. And they want to have sex. She won't do it. What do? Now, option A is turn to porn. Option B is divorce. Option C is get a side chick. And I think option B is a lot better. And, I've interviewed a lot of OnlyFans girls. The number one customer, and they'll tell you this, is white married Christian men. So, it's kind of a predicament. So anyways, Lila Rose had a response to this. She disagrees. She disagrees with my opinion, which is fine. So we're going to bring her on and we're going to really just have a conversation about the porn topic. Corn, I can do it. Corn. Back for more, round 2. Welcome to the show, Lila.
Hi, Pearl. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
You couldn't get enough last time. You're back for more, huh?
Listen, I'm happy to talk with you whenever I can. And, it sounds like we have a disagreement on this topic, which I was surprised to see, actually, Pearl, because it seems like your platform, a lot of it is based on you want to help men. It seems to be your platform. And, the social data shows that porn doesn't help men. It's also wrong and immoral. It hurts men and women.
Okay.
And every man that I know is against porn. So it's not like
women are against it and men like it. Every man that watches porn.
That's not true.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could live in like delusional land or we could be realistic. Most men have consumed porn at one point in their life.
That's
true or
different
untrue?
That's different from saying they're watching porn. Do you see the difference, Pearl?
I mean, we could play semantics.
It's not semantics. It's actually really important because most men and women are exposed to porn, sometimes from ages as young as 8.
We try to say
that's true.
Try to say corn just so we don't get the stream taken down.
Sure. So most men and women, the large majority of them, are exposed to porn. They've seen porn often as early as 8 years old. As early as 8 years old.
No, corn with a C.
Corn.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
But that doesn't mean that, like you just said, the men that Lila, are all watching it. That's not true. So I think there's a distinction.
I want to go through, how do you come to your conclusions about reality?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a Catholic. So I believe that the Catholic Church, theologically and morally, because of divine revelation and natural law, has figured out the faith and morals.
That's fine.
The Bible is a crucial part of it.
Sometimes when you come on, you have a tendency to monologue, and I just want to get to the point. So the Bible, right?
Well, I wouldn't say just the Bible. The Bible, I think, is an essential part. Sacred scripture is really crucial. Okay. But it's also the tradition and the authority of the church on faith and morals. And it's what you can discern through natural law as well, using your reason.
Okay. So the Bible, reason. How would you know?
Not just the Bible, but you're misrepresenting what I'm saying, but that's okay.
Okay. All right. So how would you know if the men in your life were watching porn? Do you really genuinely think they would be honest with you?
I mean, I think that
especially with your platform, are they going to really tell you? Are they going to say, Lila, I knocked one out to Nala's old videos yesterday? Are they they're really going to be upfront with that?
Yeah, Pearl, I think if you're going to get super personal and disgusting on the stream, I'm not going to join you on it. So we can have a good faith conversation, but I just want you
What
to
what was
have a
what
level
was
of propriety on it, if that's okay.
what was personal?
Well, for you to say, how do you know, Lila, personally, every man that you know isn't watching pornography? I don't know. I'm not in the personal lives
Okay,
of every
thank you.
man that I've encountered.
That's all you had to
Yeah.
say is I don't know.
I
You
know.
didn't
I'm just saying you making graphic descriptions, knocking it out to Nala, who's a Christian woman now. She's left
okay,
behind
well,
that. I think that's called a below the belt comment.
okay. We are adults here. And if we're talking about corn, we do have to get specific. So if you can't take it, it's okay. You're welcome to go. But
I think if you're going to do personal attacks, then yeah, I don't think that's a good
I'm not
way to have a
attacking you.
conversation.
I'm not attacking.
I'm not just saying on me. I'm on other people too. I don't think that's a good thing to do.
Okay, is Lila's video okay? So you have a tendency to tone police, and I just think it's very difficult to have a conversation if you're always going to be tone policing. So we can do it, we can not do it, but if you're the authority here on what's allowed to be said and not allowed to be said, it's just going to be difficult to talk.
I'm not sure what to say to you, Pearl, on that.
Okay, well, then I'll continue. So I don't think that it's very, I think it's a little bit naive to say that you genuinely know if they're watching porn or not. The majority of men have watched it and are actively consuming it. I would say if you really, if men are honest, most of them are going to do it at some point in their life. And if you look at the numbers of them watching it online, the number of men that are actively subscribed to OnlyFans, it's a lot bigger of a problem than we're letting on. Most men do it. Agree, disagree?
If you'll let me respond, I'm happy to respond.
No one's stopping you.
All right, thank you. Well, you interrupted me a few times, so I'd love to be able to respond.
Okay, well,
I think
how conversations work, Lila.
Okay, so I think, like I said earlier, I think yes, the large majority of men and women today have seen porn at some point in their lives, and many people are addicted to it. More men than women, but women as well. That being said, not every man is regularly watching porn. I know many men who are proudly free of porn addiction and watching porn. And I think to say that every man is always watching porn is an insult to men. And to certainly say that about women would be an insult to women.
Okay, well, you could be insulted, but that doesn't make it insulting. I would say that's pretty realistic. So
I have can I ask you a question, Pearl?
My next question is, what do you expect men to do when they're not getting sex? So there's many men in society that are in tough situations. Their wives are not sleeping with them. Their wives have gained a lot of weight. Maybe they're deployed overseas. Maybe they're traveling for work. What do you expect them to do?
Are you talking about married men right now? Or are you talking
Single
about any man?
married men? Yeah, either or.
Yeah, well, I think this goes the same for both men and for women. Nobody needs sex as a biological need. So we are given the power to choose. We're given the power of our reason and our will. And because of that, we have the ability to say no to sexual temptation, whether that's inside or outside of marriage. Now, if someone is married, sex is a beautiful thing. It's a good thing. Having a lot of it and being intimate is a beautiful thing, especially because it draws two people together. It builds intimacy. It can also bring children into the world, which is beautiful. That's awesome. In a situation where there is an issue in a marriage where the couple is not being intimate because of issues they have between them, I recommend, and I think anybody would say what's in their best interest, is to go and get support and counseling so that they can figure out whatever differences that they have so that they can come together and be one again, as opposed to being at war with each other.